Alright, so we're going to be getting into this unit about two-point perspective. Perspective is a way of drawing things in a geometric way to show the three-dimensionality of your scene. The basic of it is that things that are up close are bigger and then they get smaller and smaller as they get farther away. But we're going to use rulers and geometry to make this look perfect and mathematical. Now, I already did a unit on one-point perspective. You do not need to do that unit first. You can jump right into this two-point perspective if you want, but you are encouraged to go do the one-point perspective unit if you haven't done it already. The basic difference is here is a city street drawn in one-point perspective. You can see there's one single vanishing point back there that all of these buildings are going towards, and then this little street is done in two-point with two vanishing points. It is like standing on the corner and looking down two streets in two different angles at the same time. Alright, so let's get into this. We're going to be doing some two-point perspective drawing today. You're going to need a pencil, probably going to need an eraser, and you're definitely going to need some kind of straight edge. I got a sort of triangle-y thing ruler. I don't have a regular ruler because I'm in lockdown because of the COVID-19 virus. That's just how it goes. If you get done early with this, you can ink it and do some color if you want. But the main mission today is just going to be some pencil work on paper. So that's all you really need for this assignment. As always, I've got my dog in my lap. Say hi, Taco. Okay, well, back to the screen. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is put in the horizon line. Now, this is a very important line. This is the line that separates the ground from the sky. And for today, we're gonna put it in a little bit high because we wanna see the tops of these buildings. So maybe about 75% of the way up, maybe like 3/4 of the way up, we'll put in my horizon line. Just a nice flat line going across the top there. Next, we're gonna put in our vanishing points. Now we need two vanishing points, a two-point perspective, and we wanna put them out as far as possible. Don't put them in from the edge. You want them as far out on the edge as you can make them. So I'm putting mine way out there and way out there. Okay, now we're ready to start our first building. So we're gonna start right down here in the middle. We're gonna put a line, goes straight up and down. It doesn't go all the way to the bottom. We want a little bit of room down here for our street. Now from here, from this line, we're gonna do the two sides of the building going back towards our vanishing point. So I'm gonna draw this line in and the top line. Now you do want to do these kind of lightly. You are going to be doing a lot of erasing here. Now this bottom line you're actually going to keep because that's going to be the edge of the street, but the top line you're going to be erasing quite a bit of. So it's okay, do that one a little bit darker and do a little bit lighter on this top one. Now this is the side of my front building. Now we need to get the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to crisscross applesauce across the center part to make the top of the building. So going from this vanishing point, we go across there. Going from this vanishing point, go across there. And what you should end up with is sort of a diamond shape. If you get that sort of a rhomboid diamond quadrilateral there, then you're doing pretty good. Then what we do is we just go down from each one of these corners straight down. And you should have your first building. All right, so let's continue on. Let's add another building. Let's put a building over here. So I'm just gonna continue on with what I did. I made the rhomboid diamond shape there. I'm gonna put another one right there. So it's gonna put two more lines going back towards that vanishing point, and I can see there's my diamond shape, and I'm just gonna go straight down from each corner. And I'm looking pretty good. Now, there's one line missing here. This is the line everyone forgets for some reason. You're gonna forget it too at some point. It just happens. But if you look at it, there's a building here and a building here, and we need an alleyway in between. So I'm missing a line that goes right there. So just like we always do with perspective, when I'm drawing, if I hit a line, stop. So there is the bottom of this building, and there's the little alleyway in between. So I've got two buildings now. Let's put a third one in. Let's put one over here. But you know what? Okay, let's erase some of this construction stuff. Now keep the bottom line because that's our street, but we want to erase everything else. Let's put another building over here, but we're gonna make this one a little bit taller, okay? So we don't all need all these buildings to be exactly the same size. So let's go over on this side. I'm gonna grab here and go up a little bit taller. So this is just like when we did that first one. So now we're gonna go back to the vanishing point, back towards the vanishing point, and then do the crisscross on the top to make that diamond shape. Now you'll see this diamond is gonna get a little bit more squished because it's the taller the building is getting, the less of the top we're gonna be able to see. So there's my diamond, this side going to that, this side going to that vanishing point, and then we just go straight down from the corners. And we're done. Oh no, we forgot the last little one, the one going back towards the vanishing point to make that alleyway. Okay, so don't forget that little guy, everybody forgets him. All right, so I'm starting to get some buildings. You can add me a couple of more, maybe let's add 2 more buildings, one on each side of varying heights. Just go straight up. We'll do a low building over here, a shorter building, it's a little longer, skinnier. So I've got a street with a couple of different buildings of different sizes on there. But now let's get a little bit more fun. Now we're gonna add some tall buildings. And these are actually even easier to draw because we're not gonna see the bottoms. All we're gonna do is have them go up in the background and be big and tall. So I'm just gonna go anywhere in here, go draw a line, and have it go up above the horizon line. We don't want to get too close to the horizon line or things are going to get a little bit weird. So you can see this one is a nice tall building there. And then we're going to go from each side of this, we're going to go towards the vanishing point. And you'll get sort of this arrow shape going up. Once you've got that, you just pick where you want it to end and go straight down. You do got to make sure these lines that are going straight down are all parallel, otherwise you'll start getting wonky looking buildings. I'm doing my best here, but some of them are getting a little wonky already. So there we got a nice tall building, very easy to add. You know what? Ooh, let's give it a bottom. I'd probably be able to see the bottom in there, so maybe like right there. And let's add another big tall building here. All right, so we got some buildings going on there. Erase the horizon line inside. So that's the basics of 2-point perspective. Now we can have the fun stuff, which is we can start doing some decorating. Some of the things you can do if you add an extra little line going next to this beginning there, you can get kind of a sidewalk. If you want to decorate your buildings, anything you put on there has to go back towards the vanishing point. So if you wanted to add like a doorway, it does need to go back towards the vanishing point. For big buildings like this, anything that goes on the sides, if you want to add like rows of windows, they need to go towards the vanishing point on each side. All right, we're looking good. Now, if you want to add anything that's sort of organic, you can just add it in there. So let's say you wanted to add like a tree, you can just draw it. You don't have to worry about the vanishing point quite as much. And just, I don't know, have some fun, add some stuff. Now, I'm not expecting you to get too elaborate in here since we're just gonna do this over one class period. But if you wanna get experimental, if you wanna challenge yourself and try something that's more advanced, go for it. I'm just gonna add a bunch of random stuff in here and you know, have some fun with it. You know, you can decorate it, you know, put some billboards up. You know, if you wanna add like an Adidas logo, you know, just add like an Adidas logo in there. You know, maybe if you like Nike better, you can add this little, you know, there's a little Nike logo for you. If you want to add Godzilla. So, you know, have some fun with it. You know, add some mountains in the background. Some clouds. Up to you. Okay, and if you get time, you can go in, if you're happy about it, you gotta have at least 5 or 6 buildings, and give me some tall buildings in there too, and a little bit of decoration. But if you get to that point and you're happy with your city, you can go in and do some inking on it just to make it really pop, okay? Okay, I did a little bit of inking there, just to kind of make stuff pop, added in a little Burger King. For today, I'm gonna say you can add some color if you wanna get fancy, or you can even just go in there and do a little bit of shading with the pencil. But if you got time, use the full class period to make sure you get your thing looking pretty good. Let's give him some color. We will get into some more advanced stuff next time, but do your best with that. All right, do you want to say goodbye, Taco?